And now, the general weather around Alaska.
There is still a winter weather advisory out here for the Denali Borough until noontime, for tonight until noon Saturday, tomorrow, for 1 to 3 inches of snow falling across the higher elevations of the borough there. And other than that, we'll just go to satellite imagery. We've got a low pressure area here over the northwest part of the state, starting to drift back to the north there across the Brooks Range today, with areas of rain and snow up here over the northwest part of the state. Down to the south, low pressure continuing to weaken here in the Gulf of Alaska, keeping it quite wet with over 1 inch of rain falling at Yakutat today, and very wet conditions again across the North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound, right into south central Alaska here, extending up into the Susitna Valley toward Fairbanks. Drier to the west here with some clearing, especially down toward Kodiak Island in toward Bristol Bay. Clouds here over the Bering Sea near the Pribilof Islands, and some showers over the southeast coast. And rolling this through again, not much going on. No storms out here over the Bering Sea at all. See cloud bank here shifting eastward there, well to the south of the Aleutians. So kind of a ghost town as far as storms go out over the Bering Sea here. Using my imagination, I could put a couple of weak low centers here, one just south of the Russian coast, another one here north of Atka, just some light rain and showers associated with that. No significant winds at all out here over the Bering Sea or the Aleutians. The higher pressure starting to clear it out west there. And lack of storminess here, clearing it out over the southwest interior tonight down toward Kodiak Island, Bristol Bay. And low pressure slowly weakening in the Gulf of Alaska there, keeping wet conditions, continues to circulate moisture up into the coast for continued periods of rain, becoming lighter though in time, but it'll stay wet from Yakutat in across Prince William Sound. South central Alaska, again, rain and snow here in the Alaska Range, and also some scattered snow showers for the Brooks Range. That low center now pulling up off the coast by tomorrow morning. Late tonight there, just north of Wainwright, with some light snow in that area. A weak trough bringing an increasing chance of precipitation again tonight in along the central north coast of the Panhandle, with the remainder of the area drying out as this band of moisture slowly shifts eastward. And then for Saturday, no storms at all out here to the west, just a couple of weak troughs dashing in for possible shower activity out there. Winds light, higher pressure farther to the west. And this low slowly drifting north, and the trough extending down from that keeps a chance of snow there for the western Arctic coast down into the DeLong Mountain areas. Otherwise, to the east and south of that, dry with clearing, light winds across all of the interior and the Gulf of Alaska into the Panhandle for a partly mostly sunny day there. Still have this remnant low here in the Gulf of Alaska near Middleton Island. That keeps showers going for the first day of the weekend here for the North Gulf Coast, if not periods of light rain there. Kind of showery for south central Alaska into the Alaska Range. Some of that moisture up the east side there toward the Yukon Flats. And then this system here on Sunday, you can see starts to develop and bring some increasing wind and rain into Kodiak Island, especially in the afternoon. And that southeast flow continues to bank moisture up, leftover moisture here into Prince William Sound, southern Kenai Peninsula on in. Across Homer, Soldovia, in toward Kamishak Bay, or in across Kamishak Bay, and that will keep it wet there. And actually, this moisture field starts linking up with it late in the day. So a dry day in part for south central, or at least northern Cook Inlet up into the Manuska-Susitna Valley. Still a chance of showers here over the eastern interior, but nice conditions. You can see a lot of clearing with light winds here from the Arctic coast right on down across all the western interior into Bristol Bay. Just some clouds around the Seward Peninsula, partly to mostly sunny for the southeast coast. Light winds over the Bering Sea. Again, nothing out here at all. Maybe isolated showers for the Alaska Peninsula. But out here to the west, you can see the rainfall of the next system that on Monday, 24 hours later, is a pretty good low pressure area pushing in toward the western Aleutians there. Tight enough gradient for possible storm force winds moving into Adak and then back to the north and northwest there ahead of that frontal boundary. To the north, high pressure, light winds, dry conditions for the eastern Bering Sea all the way up into the Chukchi Sea. High pressure over the north slope, light winds up there, mostly dry conditions, maybe a few flurries left around in some areas. And then this system on Sunday in this position pushes up northeastward, increasing wind and rain, possible gales for the southeast coast there. Definitely gales into the North Gulf Coast, so the gradient's a little tighter, and also rain back into the picture here, spreading slowly northward and edging westward across Prince William Sound, southern Kenai Peninsula. Looks like a wet afternoon there, but the interior here stays dry. And for the lows tonight, 20s and 30s for the Brooks Range out to the Arctic coast, 30s here over the central interior, 30 to 35 all the way down in toward Bristol Bay, and lower 40s south and east of the Alaska Range, and in the 40s to near 50 for the southeast coast. And then for the highs for tomorrow, we've got lower to mid 60s for the Panhandle, otherwise in the 50s here over the southern interior, 40s in the central part of the state, 30s Brooks Range out to the Arctic coast, mid 50s for the Aleutians. And for the lows on Sunday morning, we've got 18 at Anatuvik there, otherwise looking about 30 to 35 here south of the range there, right down into Bristol Bay again, with staying in the 40s south central Alaska, upper 30s Copper River Basin, and the 40s for the southeast coast. Highs for the Panhandle on Sunday about the same, upper 50s to lower 60s there, mid 50s across southern Alaska, closer to 50 here west of the Alaska Range out toward the coast. And for the central interior in the 40s, 30s Brooks Range to the Arctic coast.